Welcome back to the Cabral House Call. I'm Stephen Cabral, board certified naturopathic doctor, and today we're going to take your questions on another Training Thursday. So really anything goes, submit those questions on exercise, weight loss, or really anything to do about getting in the best shape of your life. First question today is, all right, so Jessica asks, how do I create muscle tone without becoming too muscular? So this is one of those questions, as I've said before, that it's kind of been ingrained into our culture and society that a bunch of different things, but let me stay focused on topic today, that if women lift weights, they're going to put on a lot of bulk and a lot of muscle, and that's simply not true. It could actually be the #1 reason holding a lot of girls and women back from getting in their best shape is because they don't lift weights, and they don't do anything except like some bicep curls, tricep curls, and maybe some machines in the gym. That's not going to get you in great shape. It's really not. There's nothing thermogenic, there's nothing metabolic about that specifically. So when you're sitting down on a machine, you're just using so little muscle. I mean, that's kind of the bottom line. You're isolating muscle no matter what. And what you have to do is you got to get on your feet. You need to do open chain multi-joint exercises, which means squats, deadlifts, step-ups, pushes, pulls. And here's the best part about that. You will not put on a lot of muscle. And the reason is, unless you are like that 1% of women who have higher testosterone levels, who are more of that mesomorph, more of that pitta-based body type, where their body really responds to weight training and puts on a lot of muscle, what's going to happen is this. You're going to burn off body fat and you're just going to see the tone of your muscles under it because that tone's always there. It does get better the more you do lift with weights. And here's the nice thing too, is you don't just put on 10 pounds of muscle your first month. It doesn't work that way. So here's the best part. You only put on maybe a half a pound to a pound the first month. It's so little, the amount of muscle that you're going to put on as a female, that at any point, and I tell this to a lot of our clients here in our 2 Boston practices, is at any point if you feel like you're getting too muscular, we'll just tone it back. It's really that simple because it doesn't happen overnight. So what I'd love you to do is don't be afraid to get into the gym, to do weight training 2 to 3 times per week. You can even do it more if you'd like and you'll get even better results. And if you do that, what's going to happen is your muscles are going to respond. The only way that they're going to burn more calories and become more metabolic is if you use them. You have to get up out of that seat, get off of those machines, and start doing those compound exercises. In previous videos, every Thursday, just look for that TT on either the podcast or in the videos on YouTube. Look for the TT. The TT is going to tell you, Training Thursday, how we design our programs here with our clients. I don't hold anything back. I tell you the exercises we choose. I tell you how to design each program, starting with the best exercises, the biggest exercises first, and then do the icing on the cake exercises after that. So please do include exercise every single week with weights, even if it's just your own body weight, totally fine as well. And I want you to do that at least 2 to 3 times per week, at least every other day. All right? Hopefully that answers your question, but do not be worried about putting on too much muscle. It's not going to happen for the 99+% of women out there. All right, second question. Henry asks, do I have to eat right after my workout to maximize results? All right, it's a great question, and it's because we've been told before that there's this window, it's called a window, after your workout, and it's told to be about 45 minutes of when you need to do this feeding, essentially, to get the food back into your system so that it can be absorbed and utilized by your muscles. So what we mean by this is this. You need to take in carbohydrates and protein. For most people, you can be on a specific diet where you're really low carb or whatever it might be, that's okay. But by bringing in some carbohydrates first, you're going to be potentially increasing blood sugar levels, and that increases insulin levels, and that's going to allow you then to reuptake that food to a greater degree. It's going to soak up the amino acids from the protein that you're taking in, and that's going to help rebuild muscle. All of that is also anti-catabolic. Catabolic means you just broke down your body, and the food part is anti-catabolic, especially if you take in some of those carbohydrates. So what I would say is this: if your main goal is to put on muscle, then yes, you should eat within an hour of your past workout, of that workout that you just had. And ideally, what you would like it to be is some carbohydrates, so fruit or something easily digestible after the workout, and then a protein shake or an easily digestible meal. That's the absolute best way to do it, or you can do that pre-workout. This is to put on muscle. And then you can do a whole food meal about an hour later. I don't like to do it directly afterwards. One is because your metabolism's still revved, and so you're gonna keep that body fat burning, and your body just gets a chance to cool down. And because remember, the blood's pumped in your muscles, give your body this, half hour to cool down, sit down, let the blood start to, and the enzymes, the digestive acids start to come back to the stomach to break down that food again. Now, if your goal is weight loss, there is no need to eat directly after the workout. It's not like you haven't eaten the whole day. So what I would say is this, is that you can wait 1 to 2 hours after your workout if you would like to then put food into your body to then start switching off that fat burning mode specifically from your workout and then tapping into some of the carbohydrates or the food that you just ate. So yes, for most people, you should eat somewhere between 45 minutes and 90 minutes after workout. Faster if you're trying to put on muscle, and slower if you want to keep that body fat burning going. Hopefully that works for you. Next question. All right, so Dee Dee asks, what's the best way for me to get my foot in the door in the health industry? So, really great question, and since we've been doing this a very long time, we get a lot of applicants, people looking to do internships and front desk and become personal trainers and nutritionists and other functional medicine doctors, all of those specific things, and they're all great. Now, if you don't have any experience in the industry and you're looking to say, is this the right spot for me? What I would do is look to see if you want to potentially go into the personal training side of it. And if you do, then you might want to get a front desk, just part-time position at a gym and just kind of like check out the whole scene. If you want to be more wellness-based, you might want to look for a spa or a like functional medicine practice or naturopathic practice or something like that that's integrated, and then also work at the front desk or potentially send in a resume to intern. And the internship doesn't have to be a long time. It might be 90 days or it might be 6 months that you're looking to just kind of see what goes on at this practice. And then from there you say, I really like what the nutritionists are doing, or I really like what the personal trainer is doing, or I like what the naturopathic doctors, the functional medicine doctors or acupuncturists or chiropractors, any of those people are doing. Maybe I want to go back to school for that, or maybe I want to do this specifically. Just because keep in mind that for a lot of nutritionists and a lot of personal trainers, it might be, if you're a good certification, might be anywhere from like a 6-month to 12-month process. Of course, I mean, you could get a certification online probably in the next like week or so for one of the lower end ones, but just keep in mind that the good places aren't going to hire someone who did a certification in a week. It's just not going to happen. They want someone with the knowledge, the experience to be able to work with their specific clients. So what I always say is this: look to potentially either shadow at a place. A lot of people aren't interested in doing that, just to let you know up front, because there's client privacy policies. We don't allow that. All sorts of things behind that. But if you wanted to intern, you could certainly apply to a lot of places. And if you wanted to work in front desk, then you could certainly apply for that as well. It allows you kind of that bird's eye view of everything that's going on in certain types of practices. So my main takeaway is this: find the type of practice you want to work in. Look online, look on Yelp, look on Google, look at Yahoo Local, all of these different things. See who's in your area. Find out more by researching their company online, and then apply for a few of those different specific places. Walk in, see if even the atmosphere is what you're looking to be a part of, because remember, there's very different atmospheres. Like, there's a lot of gyms and studios and boot camps that are like really hardcore and like they're yelling and the music's really loud. Some people love that. That's not what we do here. Our weight loss practice and nutrition practice in the South End of Boston is just geared on body transformation. It's not hardcore. We get people results. It's very high end. It's very professional. All of those good things. And then our wellness center is not super hardcore either. We try to create a space that when people walk into it, they're like, oh, okay, I can just kind of like relax for a minute. That's what we want. The outside world is stressful enough, so when people come in here, we want it to be more peaceful, a little bit more relaxed, and people are here to care for you, basically, provide great customer service. So we're not the best fit for everybody. We are certainly not for the hardcore workout, slamming weights down, all of those things. But when people are looking to get great results, to be taken care of one-on-one, all of those things. That's what we're best at. So you have to refine and find out what fits you the best too. Maybe you want to be a hardcore boot camp instructor. So again, we wouldn't be the right fit for you either. So look into that. Take your time as well. I mean, this is a career path that you might be on. So allow yourself to just kind of ease into it. Find what works best for you. Hopefully that answered your question. We'll be back real soon on another Cabral House Call.